Welcome back to PSC's Tech Bytes. Today we keep on talking about how we can leverage the Microsoft Teams Toolkit to create professional extensions for Microsoft Teams. And I want to show you how you can leverage the message extension solution template, which allows us to create either custom search results to extend the search capabilities of Teams, or to collect input and process data, which allows us to extend the message composition experience of users. No matter what you want to create as an extension, using the Teams Toolkit, you will get the scaffolding of the whole solution, including a bot, which will be also automatically registered in Azure for you as soon as you will deploy the solution through the Teams Toolkit UI. And you can really focus on the actual implementation of your solution rather than having to think about all of the planning that you need to have around the custom message extension for Teams. So let's move to the new environment and let's see how to do that in practice. So let's start by creating a new Teams application using the Teams Toolkit in Visual Studio Code. And in order to do that, we select to create a new application, we select to create a message extension, and right now I want to create a custom search result one, while I will cover the collect form input and process data in one of the upcoming episodes. So let's get custom search results. We select to use TypeScript as the language, and we are going to store the solution in the default folder of my environment. Then I will call it PSC Tech Bytes Search Demo, just for the sake of providing a name. And my solution will be scaffolded automatically for me by the Teams Toolkit. I will trust the folder where it was scaffolded, and I'm now ready to start playing with my solution. Here you can already see a preview of what will see the end user in the UI of Microsoft Teams. And we see that we've got generated a solution which will have, like always with the Teams Toolkit, in the app package folder a manifest. And the Teams manifest will specify this time that we have a compose extension, which will be based on a bot with a specific ID, which will be automatically generated for you by the Teams Toolkit deployment script. And from a commands point of view, we will have support for the compose and command box, and we will provide a search capability. Then we have in the environment all of the settings for all of the different environments supported, and in the infra folder we have the bicep template to provision the solution on Azure, including the bot registration, because in order to create a message extension for Teams, you also need to have a bot registered on Azure. The bot has been scaffolded into the teamsbot.ts file, where we have a teamsbot class, which simply implements the handle Teams messaging extension query method, so that whenever the end user will execute a search query, this method in our bot will be triggered. And right here in the auto-generated code, we simply have a query against the registry of npm.js to get back a JSON response and to build a list of results called attachments. This is the variable that will be created. Every attachment will be an object which will have a hero card and a preview card, so that basically for each of the results of the search query, and of course here you can have whatever kind of search query you like. You can use whatever API you like, an API of your own, or you can use Microsoft Graph or whatever else. But for each of the resulting items, we can simply create an hero card and a preview card, and we can set the content of the attachment that we push into the array of attachments, so that at the very end the result of the handle Teams messaging extension query method will be a result which will be made of a list of attachments objects, and then the UI of Teams will render the result through a set of adaptive cards in the UI, as you will see shortly. And then we also handle the handle Teams messaging extension select item, which is the event that happens whenever an item in the result list will be selected, so that we can see additional details about that item. So let's try to run this solution. So let's go to the Teams Toolkit panel, and let's say that we want to play with the solution, which is actually simply done by pressing F5 and running the solution. It will install all of the npm packages, it will build the solution, it will deploy the solution on the target Teams tenant, and when it will be ready, we will be able to play with it in the UI of Microsoft Teams. I will fade out just to save some time and come back as soon as the solution is running in Teams. So the solution is now ready and running in Teams. So we need to authenticate in the browsing session that we are going to use to play with the application. Let me authenticate. And then we will be able to add the application, the extensions to Microsoft Teams and play with it inside the UI of Teams itself. So matter of few seconds, we will see the application ready to be installed. And here we are. This is the apps page. And we will see the dialog showing us details about the PTB search demo running locally on my environment. Let me click on Add to add it. And once I've done that, okay, I will be prompted to the actual chat area in order to play with it, and I can search for something like PTB search demo local, and I will be able to search for something like, for example, @PMP, which is the prefix of all of the PMP packages under npm. And as you can see, this is the list of results that we get. I can select one item, I can see the card with the detail of the item, I can copy the card, and I can eventually use it to paste it in a chat, like I'm going to do right now, right here, in order to reuse this item. I can also play on the three dots, and we can use the extension to search and get a search result from this UI as well. So this is a pretty convenient way of creating a search extension, and you will simply need to focus on how to query data, how you want to present the output to the user, and that's it. Everything else will be provided out of the box by the Teams Toolkit. Like always, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.